Right, so Santander have brought out a new bank switching promotion worth £200. This is the highest amount they've offered, if not ever, certainly in the last 12 months. Earlier this year it was 180 quid, 12 months ago it was 150 quid. So if you haven't already had switching cash from Santander, this is a really good time to get that money, making it right now one of the highest paying deals out there. I will take you through step by step who can get it and how to get it. Plus, I also, at the end, will give you a little update if you recently took advantage of the £100 Amazon offer via Santander for opening an account. Remember, that wasn't a switch deal, but there was a promotion that ran until very recently. Just a quick update there for those of you, if you didn't get an important message, which you should have got during the application. So I'll come back to that one at the end. But let's focus here on this Santander offer. As I said, £200. And that is just one amount of cash that you'll get. There's no need to be getting a little bit now and a little bit later. If you follow it all through, within 3 months, you'll get that money. So as I said already, sadly, if you have already had any switching money from Santander before, you will not be able to get this again. That was a term that was introduced earlier this year. Full stop, doesn't matter when you got it. If you've ever had it, you will not get it again this time. There's also another rule which has followed on from the summer. And this states that if you had a Santander account as of the 1st of January 2025, you cannot get this promotion. Now, I might think, okay, so it's only for new customers. Well, no. Obviously, if you're a brand new customer, that's great. But also, if you open up an account after the 1st of January 2025, then you'll also be eligible for this promotion. And also, if you were someone who closed the account before the 1st of January 2025, you'll be eligible for this. So brand new customers, old customers before the start of this year, and new customers since the start of this year, so anytime in the last sort of 10 months, 11 months, then you'll be able to go ahead and get it. But sadly, if you did have an account on the 1st of January, you're ruled out this time. Now, assuming they continue this rule for the bank switching promotions, and you haven't had switching money from Santander before, then you might want to potentially close down your account before the end of this year and hope they run it again next year, you'll be able to take advantage. So long as you are qualified from that point of view, you need to have one of 4 current accounts. And again, this can be a brand new account, or if you already have this account, because again, you opened it since the 1st of January 2025, you can then switch into it. So either a new account or an existing account, along as after that cutoff date. So the accounts are the Everyday account, the Edge account, the Edge Up account, or the new Edge Explorer account. So one of those. I'll talk a little bit later on which one I think is the best option to go for there. So once you have opened this account or you have it already, you start that switch. And as it is with any current account switch, to get these promotions, you need to close down that old account. Now, you don't do anything. The new bank, Santander, will close the old account for you, but it will mean that everything gets transferred across, but you also lose any of those perks that you might have with that. So for example, if you've got a regular saver with that account, sometimes there are credit cards which have no fee associated with them, for example, if you have a current account, things like that. So do be careful about the old account that you choose. But again, covered it plenty of times before. There are what I call dummy accounts. Some people call them burner accounts, ones you can set up if you don't already have one in place. Set one up and use that for switching. Now, in that old account that you switch over, you have to have 2 direct debits set up on it, either before or after the switch. So you can actually add them to the new Santander account if you wish. It doesn't have to be on the old account, which most of the time switches work like that. It can be on either of them, which is good. However, it's not any direct debit. There is a list of them, which you'll find on the Santander website. You'll also find them in our review of this, our analysis of the deal over at becleverwithyourcash.com. And I'll also put them on the side of the screen here. If you want to check them again afterwards, you can find them in different places. But for example, from the mobile and home phone bills, broadband and paid for TV packages, gas and electricity bills, and water bills, they are the categories those 2 direct debits have to come from. And there are certain providers within that. So for example, on mobile phones, you've got BT, you've got EE, you've got O2, you've got Sky, for example, but you haven't got Leica, you haven't got giffgaff. So again, you have to make sure that the particular ones that are listed there are on there. And because these ones are all bills, you're not going to be able to set up a dummy sort of fake direct debit for this, which again, other switching deals you have been able to. It will have to be these particular providers, which means you're going to have to either switch from the account that already has these, or if not, move those particular direct debits over to the new account. So that's an important thing to remember. There has to be from that list of direct debits and 2 of those ones on the account. You also need to transfer in £1,500 into the new Santander account. It doesn't have to be in one go, it doesn't have to stay there just put the money in there, leave it there for 24 hours to be safe. But you can put £500 in, take it out, put it back in, take it out, put it back in. 3 lots of 500 is £1,500, or any other mix-up you want to do, and that will be qualifying you for it. So all those things, the switch itself, the direct debits, and the money in mean that you will then qualify for the money. And after 60 days, all those things have to be done within the first 60 days of starting the switch process. They will check that you have met those criteria, and then within 30 days, they'll then get the £200 to your account. So potentially 3 months from starting it, you'll get that money. It's possible you'll get it earlier. Sometimes these things do come through faster, but that is certainly what you should be expecting here, 90 days for you to get that money. Now, once you've got that money, you don't need to keep the account. You can close it straight down if you want to. You can switch it to somebody else. If you've gone for one of the paid options, the different accounts, you can downgrade it to a normal everyday account. That's all you need to do. Now, in terms of when this offer ends, don't know. They tend to run for between 2, 3, maybe 4 months, but it could easily be gone within a few weeks. So if there's something you want to go for on this one, because we don't have an end date, I would say go for it sooner rather than later, unless there are other bank switching deals that you are prioritizing before this. So out of those different accounts, which one should you go for? They all have benefits. Well, I say all of them. The Edge Up doesn't. I don't see the point of the Edge Up account. I would ignore that one completely. But the other three, the Everyday, the Edge, and the Edge Explorer, definitely worth considering. Now, the Everyday account is just everyday. There are no perks. There are no special features that come with this one. So that's quite good if you don't need some of the other things that come from the other account, or if you're not interested in going down that route. You want a nice simple account, get the money, and then you're going to do a runner. You're not going to stick with the accounts afterwards. And for most people, I think that's probably a good one to go for, the everyday account. But the Edge and the Edge Explorer do also have some extra features. Now, I've covered those in detail before. There are reviews of both those accounts over on becleverwithyourcash.com. So I'd encourage you to go over there and read those in details first. But broadly speaking, the main thing about the two of them, well, two main things. One of them is they give you cash back on bills. So you get 1% back on those core bills. So some of the ones we spoke about earlier on, but also council taxes in there and a few other bits and pieces. So although you have to pay a fee for this, for the Edge at least, it's £3 a month. That cashback should cover that, and you should make a little bit of a profit. If you are not paying those bills from this account, then I wouldn't go for that. I'd go for the everyday. So you should cover your cashback on the Edge account already. You also get access to a 6% paying saver, the Edge Saver. Now, there's only one for 1 year. After a year, the rate drops down, but you can close it and open up another one at whatever rate they're offering at that time. So this is one of the best easy access accounts out there. So great to get hold of that for your money. Maximum of £4,000 that could be saved in there. Again, spoken about this account a lot before. But I think, broadly speaking, if you can cover the fee, with the cashback, and you've got up to 4K to put in your savings there, then it's a nice one to go for, certainly. The Edge Explorer offers both of those as well, with a few extras on top, but you pay more for that as well. You pay £17 a month, which might sound quite a lot, but what the main thing you get there is you also get travel insurance, breakdown cover, and mobile phone insurance. Now, if you need those three things and you're not already paying for them elsewhere, then that £17 a month can work out at pretty decent value, especially considering you're also getting the cash back on the bills and the savings account from there. So if you're going to get the Edge anyway for £3 a month, then well, this Edge Explorer effectively is £14. So it's pretty decent there. You'd also get 1% cash back on some of your debit card spending, mainly around groceries, but a few travel costs as well. Although you can match that, if not beat that elsewhere, it may be a nice extra one to have on there worth looking at. So have a think about the Edge and Edge Explorer, but for most of you, I think it's going to be the everyday account. Very quickly, as I said, I want to touch again on the recent Santander £100 Amazon voucher promotion, which I spoke about. And I talked about going via TopCashback for this because you get an extra 20 quid on top of that. Now, in the early days of this, and I did share this over on the YouTube channel community and over in our Facebook group, and it was in the article anyway. But just in case you didn't get this, when you clicked through, you should have gone to a middle page first of all. And this middle page was kind of like just a form that you would fill in, and then you completed that, and then it would direct you through to Santander. Now, initially, TopCashback didn't have that link in the main bit. They only had it further down the page, and they really should have had it in both. And I told them about this, and they changed it so whichever link you clicked on, you would go to that form first of all. However, if you did not click through and see that form and fill in that form before you went to Santander, then that promotion is not going to track at all. So the spending on your debit card, I think it was 30 times, wasn't it, in 2 days? If you do that, it doesn't matter. The offer won't attract. So I would get in touch with TopCashback about this. Santander won't know anything about it. It's run via TopCashback. go back there. If you didn't get that form, and as a result of filling that form, get an email saying you have registered for this offer, talk to TopCashback and say to them, look, this was not clear at the beginning. You didn't have it on both links. You later on changed that, and just see what they can do, if anything, about it. If they can't do anything, sadly, you would have missed out this time. There's no point spending the money on the debit card in that time because you just won't get the offer. But hopefully if they do it again, you'll at least be eligible to get it that time, because again, you wouldn't have been eligible. The downside is obviously you would have had a hard credit check when you applied for that. Hopefully you didn't get it. They did change it on their website, but again, hopefully it won't apply to you, but I just wanted to give you that heads up, that warning, just in case. My name's Andy Webb. Thanks so much for watching. Check out these videos here for more ways to make the most of your money.